The region's vision is to build strong, caring, and safe communities. At any given street corner, there's dozens of services and multiple service providers, each using and producing data. It's a changing world of expectations with shared responsibility and integrated outcomes. The region's municipalities, conservation authorities, and school boards established the York Info Partnership to maximize their collective investment in data, analytics, and GIS technology. Their most recent innovation is an online marketplace where partners can discover and exchange data, tools, and applications that will further break silos, answer questions, and bring people together. It's called the York Data Co-op.
The York Data Co-op is like a utility in that you can use it in order to be much more efficient in providing programs and services, but also transform the way government provides programs and services to its residents and businesses.
It's a really powerful opportunity for various organizations to get together to reduce duplication and ultimately look at ways of improving government efficiencies and saving the taxpayers money.
I think what I've really been proud about with the Data Co-op is how everyone's rolled up their sleeves and wanted to figure out because it's the right thing to do. The York Info Partnership has created a culture of collaboration. We're making it possible for partners to implement new systems and online services that would otherwise have been too costly or require expertise they didn't have. We can respond faster, we can coordinate better, and we can more effectively plan regionally and implement locally.
My role primarily has been on the technology side, going around to each of the partners and working with them to get their individual ArcGIS portals or ArcGIS Online sites connected into the co-op. We wanted to build something that was minimal effort on their part so that whether they were a GIS shop of just one person or whether or not they had a whole team, they'd still be able to connect in and contribute and maintain their piece of the data co-op. This is really something that any other organization would be able to quickly stand up. Leveraging Esri's technology makes it quite simple for us to get everybody connected with very little effort. The Data Co-op allows all of the partners to share their data in their existing data models into the co-op, and then we can easily consume it and create a unified model without them having to change the way they're already doing business.
In my role as an analyst, I build a lot of apps and services that will be shared through the Data Co-op. Where I see this being really interesting is when I can share an app or a workflow that I've built and send it directly to another municipality for them to use. So we're not repeating work, we're not duplicating anything, we're learning from each other in that way.
The Data Co-op makes it easier for us all to collaborate. Other users will be able to access applications that Richard Stovall develops for common issues. Tree data inventory, streetlight replacements. Why is every municipality building their own version of the same application when we could all collaborate to create one application that can be used by all 9 municipalities?
We see the Data Co-op being pivotal in our emergency management operations. It'll allow us to share real-time data while the emergency is occurring. Our partners who work with us are able to connect and see the specific area that is being affected so that we can coordinate our response. Once we know the location and we can identify a boundary of it, we're able to identify the services that are required and the people and the infrastructure that are affected by that emergency.
The All-Pipes dataset and program was necessary to ensure that all municipalities in York Region are using the same data to jointly manage our water and wastewater infrastructure. If a pipe bursts, for example, we need to know that location right away and who owns it, who's responsible for fixing it. When municipalities upload their own water, wastewater data into the co-op, we'll be able to automatically feed it into our common data model. So there is no gap. We're getting our users and field workers the most up-to-date data that's possible.
Open data is really important because it allows people outside of the region, outside of government, to interact and use data that the government is either producing and using for themselves for their own projects. So if you're a consultant, for example, and you're working on a road reconstruction, you can use open data to understand what's on the ground before even going out there. Or if you're a student or an educator, you can incorporate that open data into, say, your own curriculum or your own school projects. The ArcInfo Partnership Data Co-op will really help grow open data programs in the region because now we have an avenue to federate these programs together so that residents have a single door, a one window into all the data that the government has.
The Data Co-op is becoming the single source of the truth, giving partners confidence that what they're getting is the most complete and trustworthy data available.
It's really opening up opportunities for new ways to collaborate and leverage the partnership to do work that you wouldn't be able to do by yourself.
We strive constantly for innovation, but not just for innovation's sake, but to help our residents and our staff to do better.
This is, it's groundbreaking. We've been thinking about this for years. How do we engage the public? How do we cross administrative boundaries, whether it's between layers of municipal government or with municipal and provincial, provincial with federal? How do we break those silos down in order to help our residents get the programs and services they need? We've built an incredible platform, but there's much more to do. And I welcome anybody to work with us in order to broaden out the impact and capabilities of this platform. Come join us.